The Revitalized Education Program. What did you experience when you walked into the room today? It possibly wasn't decorum, but did you experience excitement, joy, perhaps a little nervousness if it was your turn to speak? When I think of Toastmasters, I think of a safe environment, a place that Robert likes to say is safe to fail, a place where we support each other and help each other to become better speakers, better communicators, and better leaders. I think of it as like being in a goldfish bowl where you are totally safe. But Toastmasters has come to us and said, in the year 2017, they want us to transition to a bigger bowl. Transition is kind of scary. And I totally understand transition and scary because I taught myself to compute in the DOS system. I could program, I understood it well. The first time I touched a Windows computer, panic started to set in. Get me out of here. I want back where I know what I'm doing. Gratefully, I did not go back to DOS. I continued on, and now I'm very comfortable with Windows. But that transition time when you feel like you can't breathe, that is scary. But Toastmasters understands that we're like goldfish in this sense. You can only grow to the size of your bowl. And we need a bigger bowl for the Toastmasters program. We need a program that's going to include more competencies, more possibilities, more options, and more access to online resources. The good news is we are not getting rid of what makes Toastmasters special. It's still going to be experiential learning. It's still going to be peer evaluations. The club structure is going to stay the same. And whatever decorum we have, that will also remain. However, we're going to have exponentially greater numbers of opportunities. And why did Toastmasters do this? Because they listened to the members. What we said we wanted. They started off way back in 2010, ancient history. They were just going to do a little dust up of the program. But the more they talked to members and the more they realized we wanted more from Toastmasters, and they are providing that for us. So the question we're going to ask now is, what's in it for me? I'm going to tell you. The first thing is tailored learning. If you have the option of a suit off the rack from J.C. Penney's or a suit from Savile Row in London where James Bond shops, which one would you choose? Currently, when you join Toastmasters, you get this competent communicator in the mail. In the new program, you will have access to 10 different learning paths. 10. How will you choose among the 10? You'll take an assessment, which is not a graded test on how well you do. It's an assessment on what you want to accomplish. Where would you like to go? What are your goals at this moment? And those may change, and then you later can do a different pathway. But they'll suggest a pathway for you, one of the 10. But some of us just like to think for ourselves. If you don't want that pathway, you can choose this one or this one over here. You have the choice. It's your program, tailored for you, and you can tailor it even more because there will be required projects, but there will also be many electives. Depending upon the pathway, you might do something like social media, creative blogs, doing a positivity journal for 2 weeks, learning about emotional intelligence or leadership or communication styles. There is a wealth of possibilities out there. Because of this, they're going to be transferable skills. Every project is competency-based, and you will be working on particular competencies that you can use in your professional life, in your volunteer life, and in your personal life as well. Access to materials. If you have ever scrambled to find a manual because you need to have it at the Toastmaster meeting, No more will this be a problem. You will have access to the materials 24/7 online. And more than that, when you start a path, you will have immediate access to that program. No more waiting a week, 2 weeks, or if you live in Dubai, maybe a month to get your materials. Everyone globally will have that same immediate access to the Toastmasters program because it's online. We will have expanded resources, again, because it's online, not just the words or the pictures, but videos, interactive sessions. We can go as deep as we want to go to explore these projects. And this is because it's online. Now, some people still don't like all the online things. And Toastmasters understands that. And this program is for all of the members, all 322,000 of us. So you can print out the materials if you like to have a paper to hold in your hand. But what if you like to have a bound manual? They're taking care of that too. Not all of the pathways, but some of the pathways will have printed bound manuals that you can order from Toastmasters. They want us all to be comfortable with this new program. More frequent recognition. Currently, under 10% of Toastmaster members complete their Competent Communicator manual. The Toastmasters program is a wonderful program, but only if you use it. So this is to give greater encouragement for people to move on and use the program. Now, we will keep the Distinguished Toastmaster designation as the highest designation in Toastmasters. And it's important that that stay as an extremely important honor. So the pathway will be comparable from the beginning to the end, but there will be a lot more recognition along the way. Enhanced evaluations. Training how to evaluate, more consistent evaluations. You'll have the evaluation in the club meeting, some evaluation online. Every project, after you finish it, you will evaluate yourself as to how you have gained skills in the competencies that you're working on. Evaluations on steroids. And mentorship muscle. Mentorship is an important part of the Toastmasters program. There's now going to be training in how to be a mentor, eligibility requirements for being a mentor, and the possibility of having mentors all over the world. Muscle added to our membership, to our mentorship program. There are 5 core competencies that all of the pathways are based on in this new program. Of course, our cornerstone as Toastmasters is communication, so 2 of these are public speaking and interpersonal communication. But intertwined with these are also going to be leading and managing and leading strategically. Now, we're not going to have a separate communication and leadership track anymore. We use those things together in real life. We're going to be learning them together in Toastmasters. So whichever pathway you choose, it will include 2 of these core competencies in that pathway. And there's a 5th competency, and that's building confidence. You can't teach that, but you definitely catch that as you are using the program. And this is a cornerstone of Toastmasters. So the transition timeline, as I said, we're going to take the leap in 2017. But after every single district, every single club has been introduced to the program, and they think that's going to take about a year. We're not going to do an Obama thing like healthcare. It's going to be rolled out gradually to make sure everyone is able to be into the program. After the full year is up, everyone is into the program, then there will be 2 years, 2018, 2019, where you can make the choice of when you're going to take the leap into the new program. We have 3 members in our club who are very close, within striking distance of becoming a distinguished Toastmaster: Sheila, Robert, and Linda Blaylock. For them, they will probably be able to continue in the old program and get that Distinguished Toastmaster Award and then take the leap. I've already finished my DTM, and I'm still working in the program. But I can tell you, the day that this is introduced, I'm going to take the leap. So my question is, are you eager to make the leap? And my next question is, do you have any questions? What questions do you have about the program?
So there's different competencies that you choose to be working on, and that will lead, one thing will lead to another in the same way that the night we do now, but through different directions, specific directions.
Correct. And you don't pick it by competencies, you pick it by pathways. But the competencies are built into that pathway. Every single project is built on competencies. And it's very proactive. You're given the list of competencies at the beginning. You know, they work on developing what those competencies are, how you can grow in your skill in that, and then you have that assessment at the end. So it's wonderful. Yes, ma'am.
If we have not arrived at Distinguished Toastmaster, are we able to make the leap if we're feeling particularly foolhardy?
Oh, you should. Absolutely. Sally, you will be awesome in the new program. You can make the leap at any point.
Okay.
For those who are almost to the Distinguished Toastmaster, instead of starting at the beginning of the program, it would probably be good to finish up. But for the rest of us, let's jump on the first day.
So we will start. I mean, it's
Yes.
not that we come in at some point, but this is brand new. I mean,
Brand
new
new.
fishbowl, brand new.
New fishbowl, up we go.
Got it.
Could
Yes,
I
ma'am.
start, could I jump in and continue the other project that I need to finish my DTM?
You're going to be so finished, Sheila. That's not a needed question. That is a question I actually have. I cannot give you that answer, and I would like to know the answer to that, because I am so eager to be into the new program. No matter what, I'm going to the new program. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
If each person in the club should choose a different pathway, how is the club able to competently evaluate them?
That is an excellent question. You are going to have training in how to do the evaluations. So yes, you will be trained no matter what competency they're working with. It's still speaking, leadership, and you will be given what competencies they're working with, and you'll be given very specific questions and training on how to do that. Excellent question. Yes,
Is
ma'am.
the training part at the club meeting, or is that outside of the club meeting?
That's going to be the role of the ambassador, Sheila. But there are also projects within the program that will be a part of, projects you'll do that you'll get the training in. But our wonderful ambassador, Sheila, will be giving you more and more updates as we get closer and training the club how to go to this new program. There's a lot of thought that has gone into how to train to be ready for this program. We don't want anything to be haphazard. Other questions? Yes, sir.
Are we able to stop at some point in the book that we are given? At some point, did it make the transition, or do we wait till we finish our projects in the book?
It's your choice. And my recommendation for you would be, Dennis, would be go for the new one, because there are just so many expanded possibilities of what you can do. And if you want to wait to day 2 and let me tell you about it, that's fine too. Yes.
May I
Sally.
just make a comment?
Yes, Gabe.
I'm really impressed. This is going to be a great thing.
I agree.
And I like that part about the training, especially on the roles of the Toastmasters.
And it's because Toastmasters cares. This program was supposed to roll out in 2014, and you notice it's past that time. And they decided it's more important for them to have it right than to have it quickly. And they are responding to input from Toastmasters. Robert, Tim, and I participated in the content pilot. They had 1,200 members, 168 clubs participating in this. And from that feedback, there was one project in one pathway that they just completely redid because of the member input. And that is awesome, that they're going to do it right. When it's ready for us, it's going to roll out, and they're going to make sure it's ready. Any other questions? Well, when we look back after 2017 is over, we can just speak of 2017 as the year of the leap.